What's up, gamer people? It's your boy Petros85, and in today's Destiny video, we're gonna be talking about Destiny's Twitch live stream ride along Crucible maps. And in this Twitch live stream, all they're talking about is 3 maps: the Rusted Lands, the Anomaly, and Twilight Gap. And they were just showing their concept art and how they started doing each map, but they just focused mostly on these 3. And the first ones that you see right here in the video is from the Rusted Lands, which is, you know, all the concept of how they started, the great ideas, how they wanted to do it. At first, if you saw the first couple images, they wanted to do it like a Vex style kind of place, like in the desert, but mainly ended up being in the Cosmodrome, as you can see, like a human place, the factory that we know of it today. And it was really good to see their opinion on how they come up with these maps idea, because they have a concept and they start building it, but because of the weapon layouts, or like they start going with their primary and they start putting things in place that will work better for the primary, and then they would have to change it up because of the special weapons, and then the heavy, they would have to change the map and each thing of the location depending on the weapons and how they act, like the snipers and the rocket launchers. And as you can see right here, this concept art is from the map Anomaly, and how they started off is that first picture that you guys saw, the concept art. They really wanted to make an area just on that first photo alone, so they started doing more pictures and stuff around that one picture. And as you can see right here, they started adding more stuff from the writers of the storyline, how they wanted to make it more to the storyline point of view. So they got great concept art out of there. And at the same time, they talk about how they have certain testers to give help to the players. As you can see right here, they did notes on which areas they had to fix. Right here is one of my favorites, where they try to find hidden areas, so for us, the players, wouldn't get an advantage point to other players. So any hiding area that you would see, they would try to walk around for hours and try to find them, so we don't get an advantage as other players to other players. So I was wondering like how long they took to find every crevice. They even said they try to find certain sniper point of views where it's just like a little crevice that you could see, only the snipers could see. They would try to shut them out. And there's other areas right here where they really try to find an uncovered area, so no matter where you would go, you would find a good area to have cover. So they really emphasize in perfection and try to figure out what areas they could fix on, no matter what point of the map it is. They really try to give every player a chance to survive. Oh, this is the other point where I really got into it, which they really try to emphasize on the size of your cover. They didn't really want to make it too big to where you couldn't jump over it, but at the same time, they didn't want to make it too small. As you can see right here, even though his character's in cover, you can still easily snipe his head off, which they really pointed that out in the video as they were speaking. They really tested it out a couple times where some of their characters would die in the test run, and they were trying to figure out why. And this is the other thing that they really emphasize on, where they try to find areas as players, as ourselves, we're trying to find and get an advantage as other players. And they also said that if we find an area that we could find like a glitch area we could kill people to give an advantage, not to put it on YouTube, because they see these videos, and in the weekly updates they will go into they will see those videos and they will try to fix them. So if you guys have an area that's very secret, do not put it up on YouTube, because if they see it, they will update it and they will block it for you guys not to be able to do that. And then this next concept art, they started talking about certain areas in the storyline. They really try to emphasize ways to change it up a little bit to give a player more of an understanding on what part of the map they were in. Then they went to the final map, which is Twilight Gap. This is the concept art where they had their first ideas on how they wanted to look on the area, besides the way we see it at today. This is the concept art where I think it's from C to B area, even though you can see it's different. This is how it started out. So for me, I think it's a great way. I wanted it to look like this, more technology wise, like better up shape, but the way the game is, how it's like apocalyptic kind of way, I understand why it's all rusted and certain things are broken in that kind of sense. But for me, I'm more like, you could say the Halo way, where everything's new, futuristic, brand new, in other words. That's the way I like to see it, but I understand the way they did it. And they also explain, they really try to emphasize on the cover areas. If you guys played in Twilight Gap, there is quick ways you guys can maneuver throughout this map, especially if you're injured and you're trying to get away from getting killed. They really try to emphasize in that. And the other point of view that I really like is, as you can see right here, this area where C is at, they were saying that the location for this was in the back, and they really liked that spot in the back where it was first located, because it was more like a doomsday area, since it was a lot of cover and people were just rushing there. You could get a lot of kills. But the only reason they changed that, it wasn't because of that, it was because they didn't want the other players on the other side to have a disadvantage, because the people on this side, if you were in this side's group, you could just get C really quick and have a better chance to getting B than the other team in the opposite side that had to run towards A, and it would take longer for them to get to B. Hope you guys like this video, guys. Like and subscribe. If you guys new to my channel, welcome, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuce.